Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks of all ages, FreakNet Studio proudly brings to you, it is the greatest tag team in podcast history, the original freak travesty, Mr. 33% Dizzle J. This is Just Freaking Wrestling! Alright guys, we're back with another episode of Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW podcast, hosted by Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
And we are doing this really early in the morning.
Or really late at night.
God, right. I guess it kind of depends on like if you went to bed or not.
That's true. I mean, I just got off work, so to me, this is like my nighttime.
Right? I just got out of my chair, so really this is our life. Normal shit, man.
Burning the midnight oil.
Right? But, no, the biggest thing is, like, you know, like, we've mentioned multiple times in old podcasts and stuff like that, especially like when we took breaks and stuff. Life happens. Yeah. Family has to come first, you know, stuff like that. So we're recording earlier than Saturday.
Yes.
But what's different about this time compared to last time is we're making adjustments that are needed to make sure the show goes out.
Exactly. And I appreciate you working with me.
Absolutely. Well, that's what makes the show work. We're a team. Regardless of the percentage of effort, we are a team, damn it. But basically, we do it for the fans.
Exactly.
Right? I don't want them to go 2 weeks without hearing from us. Especially since we got to talk about Stomping Grounds.
Stomping Ground.
And especially, there's been so much that happened in wrestling this past week. Huge news. I guess a lot of it pertains to your final freaking thought.
Yeah, some of it's in there.
That we're going to change the formula a little just for this show, or we're going to kind of turn those into discussions and stuff to use throughout the show.
Exactly.
So before we dive into that, before we even dive into the freaking five and all that, I just want to remind everyone that this freaking wrestling, holy shit. Next podcast.
Next podcast.
Just Freaking Wrestling is brought to you by Audible.
Yes.
By Audible.
Where you get a 30-day free trial by going to audibletrial.com/freaknet.
Freaknet. Right? Because it's a FreakNet Studio sponsor. Because it also sponsors this freaking show. But, I mean, one of the coolest things that I even found about Audible is that the options to find, like, stories is, I mean, it goes above and beyond. There's over 1,000 titles you can choose from, and you can listen to just, you know, like, literally while you're driving or while you're sitting at home, you know, cooking, whatever you want to do. If you're time where you're like, you know, I really want to read, but I don't want to pick the book up myself, you just open up the Audible app, press play, and go. And the best part about the 30-day free trial that is offered through audibletrial.com/freaknet is that you get a free credit with the 30-day free trial. So you get a free book to kind of test drive the whole thing at no cost to you.
And you can even have Chris Jericho read you one of his books.
Right. I'm excited because the amount of wrestling literature on there is crazy.
Right, I knew there were certain books. I knew Foley had a book. I knew Bischoff had a book. I didn't know that there's all these other books.
Yeah, I mean, like, I got the WCW book, which I can't say that I'm learning about things I never heard of, because I am a huge fan of 83 Weeks, the Bischoff podcast that he's on, which we're going to be talking about Bischoff a little bit here on the show. But, I mean, Audible, it's one of the things that I never thought that would benefit me, but it has.
It makes it easier.
Yeah. So, I'm glad that I have it. And I'm glad that because of Audible, we have the opportunity for our listeners to have it for 30 days for free, just by going to audibletrial.com/freaknet.
Man, it doesn't get no easier to educate yourself than to have someone read it to you.
Right? It's like, I mean, like, if you can't even do that, that's laziness.
Yeah. I haven't started my book yet, but
it's there for you.
Right.
It's there for you.
It'll always be there.
Absolutely. Okay, so Freaking Five.
Freaking Five. So
Freaking Five.
Extreme Rules coming up. So I was like, well, let's do your best Extreme Rules stipulations.
Yes.
Which we had, I think you went through and adjusted my post, which you have to do often. Just to make sure people understand.
And here's the thing. Like, I thought when I adjusted it, just to give it more verbiage to where people understood where we're coming from.
Exactly.
Because I know we did get one response to where they're talking about their favorite match at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view from the past. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a certain stipulation, a specialty match, and stuff like that. That's what we're looking for.
And then we had, I know I had one from Anthony on Facebook.
Shout out to Anthony.
Anthony. As soon as I find it.
Right. Progress.
Oh, here it is. He's like, so he's like, you mean your stipulations? I was like, yeah. He's like, bet. So he's got Elimination Chamber, Hell in a Cell, TLC, Last Man Standing, and the Survivor Series Elimination Tag Team matches.
Gotcha. And this is one from the WrestleFan.
Yes. So
shout out to the WrestleFan page, Real Wrestling fan page.
Right.
They really come through when we're looking for
definitely
answers and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
I enjoy reading. Like I said, they always put up good stuff. Mm-hmm. It's good quality.
Absolutely.
What'd you have? Or did you have more from Wrestling Fan?
I thought we had a couple from JFW, didn't we?
Did we?
I know Ivan answered.
Oh, Ivan, the dog collar match.
God, right. How did you forget about Ivan, man?
I didn't forget
about Ivan. How do you forget about Ivan? I did not forget about Ivan. You forgot all about Ivan.
No.
You know, it's funny. I know he listens to the show, so now he knows that Dizzle J forgot about Ivan. Now, the thing is, he contributed to the freaking 5.
Yes, he did.
And you forgot about Ivan.
Yes.
You forgot about Ivan Manson. You forgot about the ARW Heavyweight Champion, the SCW Tag Team Champion, Ivan Manson.
Sorry, Ivan.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure he's pissed.
I would like to see him have a dog collar match again. Didn't he have one before with SCW?
If he has, we haven't seen it. At least I know I haven't seen it. I did respond back to it because, of course, he answered the freaking 5.
Right.
But you forgot about that.
Yes.
I did mention how I got to see a dog collar match, and actually, I think I showed you the video of Elite Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah, where they switched.
Where Acid and Sin took on the Tomasellis. Team War took on the Tomasellis in a tag team dog collar match, which Travesty was in the video there.
In the video,
right? I don't want to brag, but I am in that video.
I was in the video, taking the videos.
Right. Yeah, back in the day, if you will.
Back in the day. When he was just a little T.
When I was just little T. That's all it is.
It's lowercase T.
Yeah. Oh, and also Greg Hansen from ARW.
Oh.
He just was wondering if bra and panty match counts.
I mean, technically it does.
It's a stipulation.
I mean, I don't know how it would fly over today, but
I couldn't even tell you.
Maybe more in indie scene.
Which is something I do want to bring up later on. Like, I'm not sure if you, because I don't know how much you watch like pop-up videos of like Impact Wrestling on Facebook and stuff like that. But the situation between that OVE group and Tessa Blanchard.
That's
perfect. Is that under? Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. Yeah. So we'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
Let me get. I'll pull my list up here right now, which is actually pretty similar to Anthony's, which I was kind of surprised. I was like, damn, I didn't think everyone would pick the same ones I did. But Last Man Standing is always my top favorite. I just love the Last Man Standing matches. I Quit, which is very similar in its own way. 3 Stages of Hell, which there's only been a few of them, but I always liked it. Like, you had 3 different falls, but they each were like different extreme stipulations.
Right.
Like, I just before you got here today, I watched Judgment Day from 2001, which I believe that Judgment Day 2001 is my favorite pay-per-view of all times, and it's probably going to be the first pay-per-view that we do a watch-along with, which nice. I'll remind you guys of what that is later on in the show. But Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle had a 2 out of 3 fall, where the first fall is pin, second fall is submission, and third fall is ladder match. Very similar to 3 Stages of Hell, but when it comes to 3 Stages of Hell, it's like first fall is First Blood, second fall is a steel cage, final fall is like Hell in a Cell, which the final fall is always Hell in a Cell. Elimination Chamber, I'm a huge fan of, and then also I put the Survivor Series elimination tags.
So Elimination Chamber is one of my favorites too, but I didn't get on my list. So I had
There's so many to choose from.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I only stuck to WWE, so
I didn't.
Yeah, I bet I know it's on yours.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but I know it's on yours.
First is the street fight, not just in the ring. I like was it Eddie Guerrero and John Cena?
The parking lot brawl where surrounded by
that was awesome. That's what popped up in my mind when Ultimate X.
Yeah.
That's probably the one you thought I'd have.
No, it's not. But I did forget about that one, but it's the other one. But it might, maybe
Monsters Ball?
I don't know, is that the one, the cage with the hole in the middle?
Oh,
Gio told us. Yeah, Gio told us So.
Yeah, casket match.
Casket matches are cool. Yeah.
I Quit match. And TLC match.
Okay. How do you, oh God, what was the one? If it comes to me, we'll talk about it later. But I was going to ask you your thoughts on a particular stipulation match that I honestly can't remember the name of it now. It was in my head at some point. I know it was there. Oh, Feast or Fired.
Oh,
what do you think of those?
Those are always exciting, but it always made you wonder what happened backstage or something for these people to get fired. Or we know it's truly not random, but it's been fun to see, and I don't think they do it anymore. I think they rarely do it. They used to do it every year. There's
a stipulation match that it's not on any companies that you watch. You remember me ever talking about a GTS on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who don't know what GTS on YouTube, all you do is go to YouTube and type in GTS. It's a backyard wrestling company, but it's more advanced than that. They actually do storylines and that. They really dive into kayfabe stuff. There's a point where I love watching it to a certain point, but their storylines kind of get goofy. And if I had to critique them or give them some kind of advice to make the show better, because I know they dropped in subscribers, and I know they're trying to do this whole 2 million subscriber push, which is only at 1.1 right now. But if I'd give any advice to them, I don't know how they do with their promos or their wrestlers talking and shit like that. But if they have a guy who tells them what to say, they need to fix that guy.
Yeah.
Because some of their banter and talking back and forth it's not there anymore. Like it used to be, but it's just not now. And if they have, which I'm assuming they have the ability to creative control in a way. I know Grimm, the head guy of it all. I know he runs the show. Doo-Hop's on there. They're awesome what they do. There's a guy, Baylor, or Kurt Bale. He's on there. He's decent too, but their problem isn't in the ring anymore. It's everything outside of it. Some of it's a little over the top and extreme, which I get why they do it, because they do pander to YouTube, community, YouTube which fans. Is a lot of kids, 12 to 14-year-olds, stuff like that. But I guess it's more the promos and the outside the ring conversations that they have, the arguments they have. They're really not there anymore. And I mean, growing up, not growing up, but going through the wrestling school and doing learning more about independent wrestling. It's I love the matches, but I love more of what goes into those shows that make them happen. And a lot of it is the promos where I've had more interest in. I know a lot of people say WWE, they just talk too much. They talk too much. I'm if it's good, I love it.
If it feels real.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the indie scene, because it feels more real when they're talking to one another, because these two people might actually work together and may not like each other for real life.
Yeah.
And then they talk to, scumbag, whatever they call each other in the ring.
Yep.
Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's
not
so great.
You need to get a point across, or you need to build what you're doing in order for it to make fucking sense. Right. I mean, I don't know. I'll give an example later, because I know one of the biggest things we're going to talk about is the Bischoff Heyman thing.
Yes.
And we can talk more about it. That I do want to get through probably the worst part of our show right now, and that's going over Stomping Grounds.
Ugh.
Just because Stomping Grounds was brutal. First off, I don't understand why Roman Reigns was on the cover of the poster for Stomping Grounds.
No, we figured it was named after Rollins.
Yeah, and it had to. I'm assuming it had to have been. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Roman doesn't have a title.
Nope.
His storyline's kind of right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Rollins is hot.
Yeah.
Hell, Kofi Kingston.
Something, yeah. I mean, God, what would his pay-per-view be called?
I don't know.
God, right? I saw a guy. Oh, yeah. Not to get too far off track. We will get to this. But somebody posted on there, with the whole Bischoff thing again, about how Hulk Hogan's going to come back and take the title from Kofi Kingston. Everyone's saying, do it, fucking do it. I just commented on there, New Day versus NWO.
That'd be crazy.
But anyway, so yeah. Stomping Ground was this past Sunday in Tacoma, Washington at Tacoma Dome. Roughly about 6,000 in attendance, which is pretty sad for WWE pay-per-view. Especially since we found the building holds at least 23,000 people.
Well, we were reading during the show that they were curtaining off certain parts and moving people down and putting them across from the hard cam.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. You know, like at the bottom of like Wikipedia, WWE Network, like Event Chronicles, they give like the past and the next. The next event they post on here is Evolve 131.
I saw something on WWE Network is going to show Evolve.
That's crazy. Anyways, God, I hate buttons. Results. All right, so obviously pre-show match, big fucking surprise, cruiserweight title match.
Yeah.
Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, and Akira Tozawa triple threat for the cruiserweight title. You picked Tony Nese, or I'm sorry, you picked Gulak. I picked Nese. Gulak ended up winning.
Yeah.
Which was a huge surprise to me, and not because of Gulak himself, but I didn't think that Nese would lose the title that quickly.
I picked Gulak because I like his last
Because he won at WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's only been like, what, 3 months? 2 months at most?
2 months at the most.
Yeah. So, good for Gulak. I think he definitely grew more, and I like how he's more of a real character.
Yeah.
Like, not like goofy and shit.
Well, when he was with Enzo, he was basically the butt of all the jokes.
Yeah. Yeah, but...
Go get your tablet.
I know, right? Becky Lynch took on Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's title.
Yeah.
Becky ended up winning. You picked Lacey. I picked Becky.
I was just hoping, but then after seeing Lacey's performance in the ring, it was just... I think she needs to go back to NXT for a while.
Yeah.
And it's not saying anything that she doesn't have the skill or may not be there one day, but I just don't think she's there now.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those matches that were kind of rough to watch.
Right. And then a lot of people online are saying, that was the best match of the night.
No, not even close. And I mean, like, and you can even see it. Like, you kind of see some of the frustration, I think, coming from Becky.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she's definitely good enough. I think being in that situation maybe made her nervous. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt on that because I was like,
well, this is her second pay-per-view.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna give her the benefit. I mean, the first one really didn't fucking matter. I mean. It's just, I mean, like, it was a 2 out of 3 falls thing where she was going to take on Becky before Charlotte came. I'm going to give it a benefit of the doubt on this one because it was more of a major thing. There was more of a build-up rather than just a, hey, somebody's walking around not saying anything, where you're going to face it for the championship.
Right.
So, I mean, she did good for her promos on Raw and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's great on the mic.
Yeah. What?
You just sound like you have to believe that.
I think she definitely has some more work. I think because I remember watching her in NXT. She did good in NXT. I think she just needs to calm down, and realize that WWE and NXT are built to be the same exact thing, and just needs to work the same way.
Right.
Regardless of the size of the crowd, it's the same thing. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn took on the New Day. Owens and Sammy beat the New Day. You picked the New Day. I picked Owens and Sammy. Not too much in there. Kevin Owens and Sammy kind of took the control at the beginning of the match and like just beat the shit out of Xavier Woods. No Big E heel turn yet, but we'll win on that. Ricochet took on Samoa Joe for the U.S. Championship. Ricochet took the win and won his first WWE title.
Which I know I picked Ricochet.
You picked Ricochet, I picked Joe.
It still shocked me that they gave it to Ricochet.
Yeah, I didn't see why. Like, I get why. He does deserve to be a champion. Like, I have no doubt that, U.S. champ, IC title, definitely. I don't think he'll ever get the pinnacle of, like, WWE Universal.
I don't know, man. Now, are you considering the Universal over the WWE Championship?
No, they're both up there, but when you have to pick one title, it's always the WWE title.
Yeah.
They should have brought back the big gold belt instead of that Universal fucking fruit roll-up looking motherfucking title.
I don't like it.
No. But it was a good match. Ricochet and Joe did a good job. I don't like that Joe's just a placeholder for titles, but that's what it seems like he is.
Yeah.
Dana Bryan and Rowan took on Heavy Machinery. Dana Bryan and Rowan won. We both picked them, which I know eventually Heavy Machinery is going to be champion. It'll probably be more on Raw, but
yeah, they're not on a home yet show, are they?
No, they're SmackDown. They are on SmackDown, yeah. But I think because the whole thing is like I saw an article. I didn't read much about it, but Fox isn't really happy with the direction WWE's been going.
Yeah, I heard that they had a meeting.
Yeah. So I think if SmackDown going to Fox and being the more aggressive show, Heavy Machinery is more of a fun, go-getting kind of fucking tag team.
Right.
Come on Raw for the preteen fucking PG fucking era. But good match. I like Otis. Otis is fucking funny. I think he gyrates too much.
So Luciano, what's he doing?
Yeah, right.
Gyrating.
Bayley and Alexa Bliss for the Raw. Oh, I'm sorry. No, SmackDown Women's Champion. Gotcha.
Hey.
Don't have to correct me, bro.
I'm just trying to help.
I believe it. I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate that, man. I like new Bayley. I like this new, more aggressive Bayley.
It's definitely a nice change because we did talk about how she does need that. Yeah. I do believe she still needs that good heel turn, though.
Yeah. Not sure what happened with the ending, though, but either Nikki fucked something up or somebody fucked up the timing somewhere.
Yeah.
But Bayley ended up taking the win. I picked Bayley. I think you picked Bayley too, right? Yeah, so we both picked Bayley on that one. It was a good match. I mean, it's definitely out of the two women's matches, it was the best one.
The better one, yeah.
Who won the women's tag team championship match?
Oh, you didn't know? They didn't wrestle.
Oh, was it on there?
No, it wasn't on there.
Oh, damn. Oh, how'd I miss that?
Or the Intercontinental Championship either.
Nah.
Huh.
Weird.
Interesting.
Squeezed that fucking cruiserweight title in there, though, didn't they?
Yeah, right.
I found enough room for a Roman Reigns match, of course.
Yeah.
Taking on Drew McIntyre. 17 minutes of fucking bullshit, but
I think they're just destroying Drew, really.
They are.
Because you could build both these guys up as a powerhouse on both shows, and then finally have them come at each other.
Reminds you of Heidenreich.
Yeah.
But you picked Drew. I picked Roman. Roman won because it's obvious Roman don't lose on pay-per-views. Unless he's in like a multiple-man match, but he won't get pinned.
Yeah.
Kofi took on Dolph for the WWE Championship in a steel cage. You picked Kofi. I picked Dolph, thinking maybe they'll give Dolph the fucking opportunity. Obviously, they didn't. Kofi won.
This is a pretty good match, though.
I liked it. This is match of the night for me.
Yeah.
Definitely was. And it's because of Kofi and Dolph. It's not because of the cage match. It's just them.
Yeah, no.
They told a story.
Oh, man, the ending was great, though. I love that.
Yeah.
Dolph crawling out and then Kofi just diving right out.
The one thing I will say that I don't like about Dolph is that every feud that he has, it's based around the same kind of thing. Why not me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not getting this push and stuff like that.
He's beginning to look like a crybaby.
Like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Final match, Seth Rollins took on Baron Corbin. Mystery special guest referee was Lacey Evans. Lacey got involved, obviously. Low blowed him. Becky came out, stuck up for the man's man, and ended up winning. Weird, though, is all they did is a bunch of hugging. Not one kiss.
Yeah.
I don't know why not. Maybe they're not there yet?
Yeah. Maybe it's a little weird to do it in front of 4,000 people.
Edge and Lita did it.
Edge and Lita a little different.
They need that. They need that.
They had the live sex show.
Right? They should have. I'm sorry. Kiss your fucking girlfriend. Who gives a shit? You post pictures on fucking social media. If you guys kiss in the fucking ring.
Rollins doesn't know those photos are being taken.
You know fucking Vince is back there like, grab her tits, or...
That's good shit.
Right? Oh, God. Bra and panties. Like, what?
Bra and panties.
Like, damn. But it was a good match. Even for fucking Baron Corbin being in the fucking main event. I don't know why anyone would do that. I mean, that's almost as bad as beating Kurt Angle in his last match. Poor booking.
Goldberg Undertaker.
Right? Hopefully, if I know The Undertaker like I know The Undertaker, 9 months from now, WrestleMania, he's going to be primed to go to take on Drew McIntyre.
Is that really a thing?
That's what's being talked about.
See, I thought they were going to team up Roman and Undertaker to face.
Oh, yeah. They're probably Extreme Rules, yeah.
Oh,
hopefully it's a buried alive match.
Yeah. The one time Undertaker doesn't come back.
We're going to put you in a senior home match. Like, what?
All right, Taker, you got to take the fall. Roman, you're going to be over here.
Right? It's like, listen, we don't know who's going to go over, but we know who's going to go over.
Now Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are taking on Corbin and Lacey for a winner-takes-all mixed tag team match.
Called that, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it that night.
Obvious, yeah.
That, I don't know. That's just silly to me.
Yeah. I will say, though, she did look cute in her little ref outfit.
Well.
Very cute.
Yeah. She's a lady.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lady that can knock you out.
Yeah. I haven't been a big fan of Becky in a while, though. I don't know if it's her bullshit braided hair or...
I think she's falling back in that old Becky.
Yeah.
Not the rough and tough Becky.
Not a fan of her promos anymore, too. I don't know what it is. Like, something changed about her. I don't know. Is the fact maybe she's dating Seth?
I think maybe the fact that it came out.
Like, the fact that, like, I know I never had a chance. I just, deep down in my mind, like, hoped I had a chance kind of thing.
Fuck Seth
right?
Rollins.
It's like, fuck, like, now what's left for me? Fucking Sunny?
Ugh.
I know, right? Ugh. You ever look her up lately?
No.
God.
Last time I saw her, it was...
You want your dick to shrink.
Yeah.
That or Missy Hyatt.
I was like, you used to be so hot. I saw the Playboy.
You know who's still hot? Tori Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
She'll never change.
Michelle McCool.
Yeah. Mickey James. Fucking MILF t-shirts. Good for her. Right? Good for her. Oh, God. Guys, I want to give a shout out to some of our Patreons.
Ooh,
and
Patreons.
By some of our Patreons, I don't mean both our Patreons.
2 is better than 0.
2 is better than 0. And if you don't want to be a 0 anymore, you should join our Patreon. So many different tiers of so many different prizes that come with those tiers.
Lovely prizes.
Great prizes. Prizes that include the developmental tier, which gives you the prizes of all the lower tiers, plus the creation of
your own wrestling
card. Wrestling bio, yeah.
Which we did last week.
We did. For General Lee and Dewey Decimal. So shout out to General Lee and Dewey Decimal for being part of our Patreon. If you guys are curious about Patreon, go ahead and go to patreon.com/JFW podcast. Check out the tiers, and if you're able to contribute to the podcast to help it grow and be better than it already is, go ahead and sign up for it. We are going to add a tier to the Patreon that we're going to it's going to be it's going to be there now. When this show gets released, it's going to be up there already. And we mentioned it last week. Like, we're going to do pay-per-view watch-alongs based on the WWE Network of the old classic pay-per-views from WWE, WCW, ECW, NWA, AWA, WCCW, so on and so. Any pay-per-views on the WWE Network show, we can do some NXT takeovers.
Yeah.
From back in the day, I'm sure we never watched. The pay-per-views are out there. And if you guys want to watch the pay-per-views, be like, man, like, I already seen this, but I already listened to, Jonathan Coachman and Jerry Lawler bitch about this. Like, well, fucking watch it again, but watch it along with the podcast we do that kind of give our own commentary and opinions and stuff like that on the pay-per-view as you watch along with it. We'll give timestamps and stuff throughout the show so we make sure we're, linked up, synced up, if you will. Yeah. But I thought it'd be something fun, something different that we could offer you guys. And this can be offered through Patreon for a small monthly contribution from yourselves. That's what Patreon is. Yeah. That's how Patreon works.
You contribute a little and we give you a lot.
Exactly. And that's going to be a monthly thing that we do.
Yes.
So, again, go to patreon.com/JW podcast. Look at the tiers that are there, including the new tier that is going to be pertaining more to the WWE Network subscribers. So they had the pay-per-view to watch along with as we sit down and go, shot by shot for the pay-per-view.
Ballistic. Right. We will be the new JR and King.
JR and King, yeah.
Taz and Stryker. Ooh. I don't even know if they were ever a team, but
I don't even know. Oh my God. Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay.
Whoa.
Right? Vincent Macho, Vincent Jesse, Vincent JR, Vincent Monsoon, Vincent Bobby.
I always loved Bobby Heenan, though. Bobby Heenan was always great.
I did like Bobby. But yeah, no, one of the first Patreons I think we're definitely going to do is Judgment Day 2001. Like I said, I just watched it. Absolutely loved it. Mick Foley's on there. Stone Cold's on there. The Undertaker's on there. Triple H is on there. Fucking William Regal's on there.
The most underrated
of all
time, I believe.
Yeah. So make sure you check out Patreon. But hey, you know what? You can also help out the podcast by going to tpublic.com.
And getting the JFW swag.
JFW swag. So many shirts. So many different designs are available. Not only just shirts. Coffee mugs, pillows, tapestries, posters, wall art. Wall art, yeah. It's got to be wall art, bro.
What?
Notebooks.
Laptop covers.
Laptop cases. Phone cases. Baby onesies, tank tops, sweatshirts, baseball shirts, t-shirts, v-necks. I mean, they're all out there. Including the Travis T. Dizzle J 2020 Make Wrestling Great Again t-shirt. Brand new, dropped last week. That is available right now.
I think that's my favorite right now.
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I love that one. Of course, you got the original NWO themed JFW logo shirt. That's still available. You still got the Angus McDuff shirt, which is available. The new champion in Phoenix Pro Wrestling. PPW. So, congrats to him.
That was good for him. Mm-hmm. I hope that's more for him to come, too.
I hope it helps him become more cool.
Yeah.
He's not there yet.
He's
still not there yet.
He's almost.
Yeah. If you guys are a fan of Andy Black, former wrestler of SCW, his shirt's still out there and available. Hashtag FSteve.
Love that one too.
Still there. The Mr. 33% Dizzle J shirt's still there. Mm-hmm. So all these shirts are available at tpublic.com. All you got to do is go to tpublic.com, TEPUBLIC.com, and search JFW. And they're all right there. And you know what? Check it out once in a while because maybe one day you're like, maybe I don't want to look at it because, I'm not feeling it today. But you go check it out anyways because there could be a sale going on.
And we'll post the sales.
Yeah, we always post the sales. Yeah. 33 to 35% off here and there. Stickers are huge.
Yeah, stickers are nice.
Stickers are very nice. So check out tpublic.com. Check out Patreon. Check out audibletrial.com/freaknet.
Check out everything we do.
Right? I think I posted on our Facebook. There's 4 different ways that you can help out our podcast.
Yeah.
And I gave you 3 of them. I'll give you the 4th one at the end of the show. So, are you gonna do that first?
I don't know. I just pulled up to have it.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I didn't remember what it was.
Yeah, we got time. So let's turn this final freaking thought into freaking discussion.
All right.
Yeah,
so Sami Callihan, part of OVE,
challenges
Tess Blanchard to a match.
Yeah.
How familiar are you with Callihan?
He's a dick.
He is a dick.
I mean, I saw him hit Tessa Blanchard with a bat, so I mean...
So I'd missed that.
That was on last night's Impact, yeah. I didn't watch Impact. I watched the highlight off of Facebook, but yeah. He hit her with a bat.
That's his go-to. He actually injured Eddie Edwards at one point in time, and
I remember that.
Broke his... whatever the fuck you call it.
Orbital?
His eye socket.
Okra?
But I think
I can't remember. Orbital or Orca.
And he recently got fired from an organization.
Obstacle.
Optical.
Horatio
Sands.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a little confused on the whole intergender feuds and stuff like that.
It's something Impact is pushing.
Yeah, it's confusing. I'm not a fan of it. I don't know if Impact is doing it because Lucha Underground was doing it.
But Lucha Underground always did it from the moment that they started up.
And this is why I kind of wish Liz was here to, bitch about what I'm about to say. But I don't like it because it doesn't make sense.
No, Eli Drake had a huge problem with it.
Yeah.
And he ended up leaving the company.
Yeah. I
mean, it's not because he was fighting a woman, but it didn't make sense.
No, it's like, there's a rare occasion where because everyone knows what wrestling is.
Yeah.
But it's a rare occasion where a woman will go over on a guy.
Right.
Especially, fucking like Tessa taking on Callahan. Because you know how it's going to fucking end. She's going to beat him.
Yeah.
Because that's how the storylines work. It's just, I don't like it because if it doesn't make sense, you're taking away the realism that wrestling's supposed to portray to you, and then it's all fucking lost.
I mean, it really hasn't. Like Lucha Underground, we saw a lot of it with, and they did it very well, and where it went both ways. But they didn't have a women's title; they had just the Lucha title and the other title that they had. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, but I mean, even that, it's like it's not like you saw fucking Eva Lee's fucking go over on Mil Muertes.
Well, no, that would have made.
That's almost what they're doing, and I get it. Fucking Tessa's a fucking powerhouse.
Oh yeah,
I've seen videos of Tessa. I want to see her in fucking person because that shit looks like legit as fuck when it comes to being one of the best wrestlers in the business today. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in real life she can take Callahan. But again, it takes away the realism of fucking wrestling. For me, it takes away from that. Now, if these are storylines that are supposed to give, young girls the courage that they need to overcome everything, that's fine, whatever. I get it. I'm not trying to take that away from them.
Right.
But you're taking away the realism of fucking wrestling, and that's where you lose me.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry. I just saw a dude hit a woman in the fucking stomach with a bat, and she spit in his fucking face like, what else you got? No, I'm sorry. You hit a woman in the fucking stomach with a bat. Okay? It's like...
Well, I mean, we are talking about Tessa Blanchard.
Still. It pulls the realism away. I'm just not a fan of
it. I get it. I get it.
That's it. That's all I got, yeah. No.
Okay, so this is kind of a long one. Do you think if an organization has both a women's title and a men's world title, does it lower the value of the women's title if a woman challenges for the men's title? This is actually something that came up when Charlotte Flair spoke on this.
So, give me an example. So Charlotte faced Seth Rollins for the Universal title?
Yeah, let's say that happened.
It's dumb. That goes back to my whole realism thing.
Exactly, but would that demean the women's title?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It absolutely would.
And Charlotte agreed totally. She's like, why would I want to challenge for that title when I have my own title? It would just make my title not worth having.
It's because the biggest thing is it depends on who you are, and how you look at the prestige of every fucking title. But when you look at WWE, you have the fucking WWE title, the Universal title, the SmackDown Women's title, and the Raw Women's title, all even at the top.
Right.
Now, when somebody asked me, like you did earlier, I'm not sure if it was in the recording or before the recording, what is the top of the top? It's the WWE title. It's
right.
The title Kofi Kingston has, because that's the title.
Yeah, that's always been.
But they have the Universal title, which it's at the same level, and you have both women's championships that are at the same level. I would rather have them have one men's title, one women's title, and call it good. Right. And have the champion wrestle on both shows like they did back in, when fucking they had that Undisputed Championship when Brock Lesnar won it. He wrestled on both shows until, Eric Bischoff came out, they revived the big gold belt, and then they had two champions. Fine, whatever, but, I mean, when you start dumping more titles into the fucking, into the company, you just diminish it. Like the fucking tag team division. Just have one fucking tag team championship.
Because they're not doing anything with it.
They're not doing them with it anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, we just saw on fucking Stomping Grounds. The Raw tag team titles weren't fucking in play. The IC title wasn't in fucking play. The women's tag team titles weren't in play. It's just it makes no fucking sense. It's like the pay-per-views are going to be the major titles, which now they have 4 of them between the both men's and both women's, and that's going to take up half the card just to do those 4 matches.
If they have them all.
Yeah. It makes no sense anymore. First off, that doesn't make sense to have women fight for men's titles because they fought so hard for their titles.
Right.
It just makes no sense. Because if you start doing that, then you have to get rid of the titles. You can't call it the women's championship. You have to fucking discontinue those, or whatever they're called, however it's fucking called. And you're just going to have the World Championship and Universal Championship. You have men and women fight for it. And if you want to keep the realism, the women are never going to hold it unless for some reason a guy fucking slips up and knocks himself out.
Well, if you go back to when China won the IC title. But those were actually pretty good matches.
That was Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, come on now.
It's not like she's fighting Big Show.
You're putting China against Jeff Jarrett. That's like putting fucking Heidenreich against Jeff Jarrett. I'm saying, you're not going to sit there and have fucking Alexa Bliss go over on Braun Strowman.
No.
You can't even have fucking Becky go over on fucking Seth Rollins.
Oh, because she goes over.
Oh, God, yeah. But, when you build these guys out to be larger than life, regardless of how, I think Rollins is only, 6'1", 230, 240, whatever the fuck. Right. I'm not good at guessing weights, especially on TV. But, there's no way because you built him to be larger than fucking life. You can never have a woman take the title away from Roman Reigns. It's illogical to ever have him get away from fucking Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe. You could have him take it away from AJ Styles. He may be at that, age range where he's not as fucking, he's not a powerhouse. You may have him lose to fucking Charlotte, but then you just kill his fucking character.
Yeah.
And you can't lose, you can't fucking have Seth Rollins lose. It's just, none of it would make sense anymore.
So this is an actual question that did come up at a press conference with WWE, and Charlotte basically said the same thing as you. It just diminishes the other title.
Yeah. You can't look at it like the women's titles are a step below the men's titles. You have to look at them like equals. And I think that's where the perspective of the person who has that idea on where their head is really at. Exactly. It's like with the women's tag team titles that we've seen twice. It hasn't been around as much as the men's tag team titles, but those are all on the same fucking level.
They have to be.
Yeah.
Or else then you're going to diminish the women's division.
What they should do, WWE, listening, get rid of one of the women's championships, have one set women's title, and then have a secondary title.
Like an intercontinental title.
Like an intercontinental title. You just call it like an international title, or I don't know what you call it because you have North American title down in NXT, but I just have a secondary title down there,
It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, the women's roster isn't as large as the men's roster anyway, so you just have that ratio.
I also think it'd help if they went down and had their own show, too.
I think down the line, that'd probably be the best way to do it. Just call it WWE, but have more of a feminine W. World's Women Entertainment. I guess it could be like porn.
Yeah, that sounds a little dirty.
Women's Wrestling Entertainment?
Well, you can't say wrestling anymore. Not in WWE.
But they're World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah, that you can't call it wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
Do you ever see the rules Vince puts out for when they do press conferences?
Oh, you can't call the title a belt or a strap?
You can't call it a belt or a strap. You can't call the superstars wrestlers. All female and male stars are superstars.
Yeah.
Not wrestlers.
Yeah, well.
Sports entertainment.
Okay. Look what he's done.
Yeah.
Come on now.
It's good shit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, look who he's pushing. Look at fucking Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
You ever see that fucking meme where Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans are walking around the ring? And it says is it just me or does Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans look like workers at an Applebee's who just got done hooking up in the back?
No, I wish I had though. All right. On a scale of 1 to 33, how much are you looking forward to SCW Meltdown?
33? 1 to 30?
33%.
Oh,
I thought I'd throw that in there.
SCW Meltdown?
Isn't that what the next show's called?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. No, July 27th.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't know where it's at, though. Yet, do we?
It's either Shabance or Clifton, I believe.
Good job. Good job narrowing that down.
Hey, 50-50.
God damn it. I'm excited to see it. I haven't saw too much from SCW or even ARW lately, but I'm excited to see what goes on since the last show that we went to.
Because the only thing we really know is Bane X versus Sheik for the Genesis title.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if I don't know. I'm assuming the champions are gonna be back from Europe by then. They're probably back now.
I think they're back now.
They gotta be back now.
Yeah.
Which doesn't matter if he's in Europe or here. He's not. Yeah.
Fighting drafts.
Right, yeah. But no, I'm excited for SCW. It sucks that we haven't seen them in June. It sucks that ARW's not come back until August, but
they said there might be a show in July, but there hasn't been anything.
I don't think there is. Their ring crew guy, whoever posted on Facebook, says it's not happening. But if they are, I would like to know about it. Greg Hansen. Come on, Greg Hansen. He invited me to his Facebook page today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I felt special for a moment. And I realized it was Greg Hansen. I'm just kidding.
I'm just like, this guy has been so nice to us.
I know, I love Greg Hansen. I'm not gonna lie. He's the fucking voice of ARW and SCW, which I'm finally glad that SCW finally got a voice.
Yeah, I like the other guy that they had, but I think he's better behind the camera.
And Hansen, curly hair dude?
Yeah.
Wasn't a big fan of him. He didn't enunciate enough.
He wasn't loud enough.
I think he was too loud. But Hansen has that voice. And I think and that's what ARW brings to independence is people who like do business right. So
oh, is that what we're doing, huh?
We're just speaking the truth? I mean, yeah, I guess so, right?
All right.
I can't spit tea on the microphone.
No, you can't.
Can't afford a new one.
Mama tea?
God, we're going to have to talk into the microphone of the fucking laptop.
So I'm going to skip my next one because I think that one's going to be the one we talk about most.
Okay.
What does Corbin need to get over as a great heel?
As a heel?
Yeah.
Probably he needs to be I don't know, nothing. He can't.
I talked to a guy at work about this, and he says he needs to go back to, or was it you? The Lone Wolf.
That wasn't me, no.
No, get rid of the corporate look and go back to like the metal.
That won't help. They destroyed his character, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lone Wolf thing worked better in NXT, but WWE is not dark enough to have a character like that.
Yeah.
You know, Bray Wyatt got over, but I mean that was like a fucking what the hell? It's like a
fluke.
I guess, yeah. There was a different phrase I was thinking of, but yeah, it was a fluke. I mean, shit like that doesn't really get over when it's new in this era. Undertaker always will because the Undertaker's nostalgia for the older people.
Right.
No, Baron Corbin's character. If they really want Corbin to get over, he needs to fucking leave. I mean, pretty much what Drew did.
Yeah, leave as the chosen one, come back years later, and
technically he's a heel now because no one fucking likes him.
But I don't think he's he gets a lot of heat from the crowd.
He's not a Triple H heel.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's not like like Kurt Angle was when he's not like that. It's just his fucking character just sucks so fucking bad, man. And the fact he still dresses the way he dresses when he's not even the GM anymore.
Right.
Like, I don't know, throw him in a fucking faction and have Paul Heyman manage it. Who knows?
It could be better. Maybe him not being on the mic. I do like him in the ring.
He needs to stop losing. I mean, that's
he does need to stop losing.
He loses too much. And he doesn't cheat enough.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
I think we talked about that on my final freaking thought last week. Those 4 things you need to be
right.
A heel. You need to cut promos. You need to be able to do, those heel moves in the ring. You have to have a good gimmick. And you need to be able to get heat. And he's able to get heat in a small way when he brings up the whole beating Kurt Angle and shit like that, and reliving all these past fucking victories that mean nothing anymore to his character. His gimmick sucks. His fucking promos suck. But he doesn't cheat in the matches. He doesn't try
no thumb in the eye.
Nothing. No. It's like, I mean, he wrestles like he needs to wrestle, and then he fucking loses.
I get it.
So if he wants to be a good heel, he needs to start fucking cheat. He needs to talk to Ric Flair. That's what he needs to do. Have to talk to Ric Flair. He needs to cheat a little bit more, and he just needs to stop talking. Just go out there, fucking be a fucking dick, and just that's it.
So, Ring of Honor. Next pay-per-view, best in the world. Think it's taking a shot at WWE?
Oh, God, yeah. And CM Punk. I bet it's a shot at CM Punk.
I don't know if it's so much as a shot at CM Punk, though.
I think it is.
But our Ring of Honor is having a lot of issues lately, too.
CM Punk left Ring of Honor to go to WWE, so... I think Ring of Honor still deals with Colt Cabana, and he sued CM Punk, so...
Funny thing is, Colt Cabana is just out on injury and is not going to be in this tag team match with Nick Aldis versus the Briscoes.
Oh, well, that's good. He sued his best friend, so fuck him. He fuck himself. I mean.
But they're having attendance issues too. I've been reading a lot about that, and they're blaming Bully Ray, who is now one of the bookers.
I believe it. I mean, that's what happens when you threaten one of your fans and it gets out on fucking social media. Social media is destroying fucking wrestling.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, that's the biggest fucking thing.
Definitely. I now that I can look up, and I don't, and I stopped. Once we started doing this podcast, beforehand I would look up what's going to happen.
Okay.
So now I don't.
Yeah.
But it killed it. It really did. That, you know.
Well, and that's another thing. And it kind of goes back to your whole Corbin thing. I mean, like, Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax are supposed to have this feud where they fucking hate each other, but they post shit on Instagram together and stuff like that. I mean, fucking Total Divas fucking ruined a lot of the fucking feuds for the fucking Divas.
Oh, especially with Paige.
And why is it so called Total Divas?
Yeah.
I mean,
on the show they're divas.
I mean, it destroys all the fucking background shit with all the fucking heat they're supposed to have with these people.
Yeah, it totally just, to me, should have never happened that way. Or at least do all the faces together, all the heels together, or whatever the case may be. Don't mix them.
Exactly. So. Wait, what was your question? Oh, Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a shot at fucking WWE. They're probably like, well, how come AEW gets to have heat with WWE and they only been around for a cup of coffee? It's because they have fucking money.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're getting bagged by Tony Khan.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's probably just a shot in the dark. They probably know they can't get sued for it because, I mean, it's such a generic fucking phrase.
Right. You can't own that phrase.
Yeah.
Should companies use real-life relationships in storytelling?
Mm-hmm. They need to do one of two things. They either need to base all their storylines on how everyone really is outside the ring, or they need to start having their wrestlers act outside the ring as they do in front of the camera.
Brian Pillman.
Yeah, so kayfabe needs to come back in like a way, and maybe not in the way of like, you know, Triple H breaking into Randy Orton's house and throwing him through a window, or Austin breaking into Pillman's house and pulling a gun on him, or fucking Dawn Marie and Tori about to have a fucking sexual escapade in a hotel to prevent Dawn Marie from marrying Tori Wilson's father and shit like that. I gotta tell you, early 2000s were awesome. Mid 90s were pretty cool fucking too, but they need to have some kind of more realism there. Use the Becky Lynch Seth Rollins fucking angle, you know? Why the fuck not? When Buddy Murphy and fucking Alexa Bliss broke up, find out if they were willing to use that in the fucking storyline.
Right.
Corey Graves and Carmella, why not just fucking use it? Who gives a shit, you know?
Yeah, you would have like Alexa Bliss come out and cause Buddy Murphy a match.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you, guy, you know?
Exactly. I mean, have the ability, you know, to... They need to do one or two things. I think it really comes down to maybe even the wrestlers. Like, you tell wrestlers, hey, listen, you want to do this on the show? You want to do this on Raw? You want to do this? That's fine. But roll it over onto fucking Twitter, which they do that. I get that they have a lot of Twitter wars and everything to build up hype, but it needs to be more than that. It needs to be on their Instagram and their Facebook and when they're out in fucking person and stuff like that. You know? I'm sorry, but like if fucking like Mandy Rose is having a feud with Ruby Riott, you know, I don't know if they ever hang out with fucking each other. I don't know.
Right.
But if they have a feud with each other, they should never hang out in public.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what they did back in like the 70s and 60s and all that stuff. Like, you know, they left the feuds throughout. They didn't drink at the bar together. They didn't fly together. You know, shit like that. That's the one thing I love about AEW. I didn't see the pay-per-view yet, but from what I was told, they had 2 separate entrances for fucking baby faces and heels.
Oh, that's nice.
So, I mean, like, I like that. When I just watched the Evasion pay-per-view. They had a separate entrance for ECW and WCW and a different entrance for WWF. I mean, they need kayfabe now. Because I mean, like right now, all it is like a bullshit fucking 3-hour long show of the real world.
Yeah.
And I don't want to fucking... Even the real world had fucking gimmicks. Fucking Jersey Shore was the stupidest fucking show I've seen in my life. But I mean, those people weren't really those people. I mean...
I hope not.
God. Oh, society. No, they need gimmicks, man.
That's what I told. I was talking to...
I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea if I answered your question.
Yeah, no, I did. You
did? It did? Fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
No, of course I did.
I was talking to the guy at work, and I was like, you know, I want to be able to watch wrestling again, not because I just do a wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
Because I like wrestling. I want to see the good product, and that's what I'm really hoping with AEW is going to push WWE to get back to that standard. Not to bring the Attitude Era back, Just a new error.
Yeah, it was something on Facebook. They talked about that. Like I respond to it. Like it was what we're going to talk about. I don't want the attitude era back. I want ruthless aggression era back.
Yeah, that was definitely one of
that worked. Yeah. It was a blend of both without going to the extremes of one or the other. It wasn't too PG. It wasn't too PG, but at the same time, you weren't having HLAs, and well, we were having HLAs, but you weren't having like, fucking brawn pain matches and spanking matches and paddle on a pole matches and fucking birthing hands and shit.
So this will be a quick one. Do we get our picks taken with Buff and Chavo?
No, because they're probably gonna want like $50 a piece for it because it's Buff and Chavo.
I'm gonna tell them like Brian Cage did it for 15.
Yeah,
and gave me an autograph.
Tell you what, we'll act it out. Go ahead.
Chavo, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, man. $50 for a photo.
Brian Cage did it for 15. Gave me an autograph.
Oh, it's 65.
Eddie was better.
No, I mean it just depends. I mean, if we have the ability to, and it doesn't cost too much and everything, then yeah. Man, I have no problem with it. I know they definitely won't come on our podcast.
No, but
especially with Chavo, he owns his own company
with Alberto Del Rio.
I know, right? And Buff is Buff is Buff. So.
The last time I knew Buff was a gigolo,
right?
So
yes, if it's not too expensive. I mean, honestly, maybe.
I would say I was kind of leaning towards maybe too.
It's definitely it's a price thing. It's a money thing. If we got more Patreons and sold some more merchandise and people sign up for Audible, yeah,
that'd be awesome,
right? Because all three of those things are easy to do
and relatively affordable.
Definitely affordable,
especially audibletrial.com/freaknet.
That's right. Doesn't cost them a dime.
Not a dime.
Unless they keep the prescription.
Then
subscription. Yeah, you can prescribe them.
Whatever. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, fuck
it. Most underutilized talent in SCW.
Underutilized talent in SCW? Oh, God. SCW actually does a pretty good job using all their talents. Out of everyone, probably... God, I hate to say it. Angus?
But when I was writing this question down, I was having a hard time thinking of it too because SCW does do a really good job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess Angus. I mean, I think that he has the ability to do more. I don't see him being utilized the best. I guess you should say. I mean, I guess in the best way. Oh God, what the hell is his name? Is it Baylock? Baylock.
Yeah.
I get where he's at. He's growing. And his tag team partner just had a Genesis title opportunity last month. So I'm sure his is coming around too. And they're young. They still got time and everything. Yeah. Angus is old.
I mean,
I don't know how many more matches that guy has in him.
He's a heavyweight champion now.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. He's just old, man. No, I mean, all joking aside. No, I think if you look at underutilized, it's Angus. Maybe a little bit of the Sheik and everything. I think if they were more like in a tag team title picture, it kind of lean away from that. But yeah, because I think a lot of them. You tell me if I'm wrong, but lately, like Angus was one of like the first couple opening matches, and then he was the fucking manager for the Sheik's matches.
Yeah. Especially since they got rid of the
and that's SCW, and it is SCW, and that's where independent wrestling is completely different than the main roster. What are you laughing at?
I thought you were gonna say something else.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Say it.
No.
Oh, say it.
No, because I want you to say it.
All right, yeah. That's what I
thought you were gonna take a pot shot.
Who?
At SCW.
Oh, they do that good on their own. So, no, the difference with independent wrestling compared to like WWE is like for a fact how underutilized someone is in WWE.
Oh yeah.
I can say Angus is underutilized in SCW, but I don't know how he is in PPW or NAW or anything like that. Yeah. PPW, he's heavyweight champion. But I didn't get a chance to see anything like that. So when it comes to SCW alone, yeah, he's probably the most underutilized guy. I mean, you can say the same thing about the Sheik. You can say the same thing about Baylock, depending on how you look at it. But if they wrestle at other companies and they get different opportunities there, then how do you justify the difference?
Right.
So when it comes to SCW, yes, it's probably Angus, but he is champion in PPW, so I think his push in SCW means very little compared to what PPW is. At the same time, yeah, I mean, like, it kind of sucks how, you know, your SCW guy is more focused on a title at a different company. So, fun fact.
So, this past week, Seth Rollins takes a shot at Moxley, saying Moxley, he actually called him Ambrose in his
good
thing, saying he doesn't see anything wrong with WWE creative or the way it's going.
Which there is.
Yeah.
Just not for him.
So do you feel like this is Rollins feels this way, or WWE is telling Rollins to say this?
No, I think this is definitely Rollins feeling this way, but because there's nothing wrong with him creatively.
Right.
Everyone else has the problem.
Yeah.
What's Heath Slater doing? The fact that Mojo Rawley signed a 3-year extension and he hasn't done shit. The fact that the Good Brothers fucking signed a 3-year extension, hadn't done shit. Now they're just signing these fucking people to keep them from AEW.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, I mean, when it comes to Seth, he's the Universal fucking champion. Of course it's fucking working for him.
And he hasn't had to do anything really stupid or...
No, he got to beat up Brock Lesnar with a chair. Yeah, his story's good.
Yeah, his creative side is good.
I mean, come on, he got the fucking, fucking junior high hug his girlfriend in the ring.
Too bad they didn't do the 8th grade dance.
That's what it looked like. He's like, oh, let's side hug here. You know, keep your fucking your braided fucking sideburn out of my face.
Little weirdo.
Yeah, I love that though. That's my favorite thing.
I love when she calls people little weirdo.
Yeah.
All right. So the main topic we're gonna get to here.
Yep.
Heyman and Bischoff on creative team.
I'm happy. I when I saw that, I had to Google search everywhere possible to make sure it wasn't a fucking joke. The fact that he confirmed it on Twitter, the fact that it was on different fucking posts, I'm excited. And I think it will make a difference as long as Vince lets loose of the reins a little bit. I don't know how fucking Triple H feels about it, if he kind of feels like he...
Side note is, Triple H actually turned it down from what I'm reading.
Oh, I believe it. I believe that. If it's true.
Yeah.
Before you said that, I said, I don't know if he's going to feel offended if he got passed up on. If he turned it down, I don't blame him because he's already fucking doing so much with NXT and all that shit.
Killing it in NXT.
Yeah. I think if he's used as a consultant in a way, like maybe his idea thing. But the thing is, like, you're getting the guy who ran ECW and the guy who ran fucking WCW Nitro and shit like that in there to help fucking dirty up WWE. I'm happy with that.
Revitalize and dirtify.
Now, I don't know how I feel about Heyman running Raw and Bischoff running SmackDown. I think it should be the other way around. But...
See, I think they should work together.
No, God, no. No, they need to focus on what they're doing. But they also need to stop the wild card bullshit, too.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Because now you're going to have to fucking work with fucking character. No, I would stop the wild card thing. Keep them separately. I'd just put Bischoff more on Raw because... Nothing against ECW, but there was more to do in WCW than there was in ECW. And SmackDown obviously is only a 2-hour show compared to a 3-hour show. And SmackDown's more wrestling, where WWE's Raw is more promos and backstage interviews and stuff like that. It's more of a production. And they're executive producers. They're producing the show. So I think swapping will be easier. Now, I don't know if they're doing it because Eric Bischoff does have the 83 Weeks podcast. He does a lot more things and stuff like that. So I guess he needs more of a free time to do it. And when they go to fucking Fox, maybe he's off on Fridays and that's it. Now, what's going on with 205 Live then? Because 205 Live airs before or after SmackDown. Is 205 Live on the Fridays now?
You would have to think that they would, because if they're gonna be live still, right?
Yeah. Or I don't know. I'm assuming so. I mean. So unless that's going to be its own production on fucking Tuesday, which I doubt it, and I doubt they're going to put it on, at the end of fucking Raw.
I could see them putting it on after NXT.
I can see that. I mean, right now, WWE Main Event still fucking airs, which I didn't know that. And that's shot before Raw.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, I mean, unless 205 Live gets shot before fucking SmackDown, but it just, I don't, maybe fucking 205 Live's
I
going
think
to
it'd be so hard. Like, you know, we've been to shows with WWE before, and to sit at Raw for 3 hours, and if they do something afterwards, it's like, oh, come on.
Yep.
And if it's not entertaining, you're just sitting there like, come the fuck on. This is bullshit.
Yeah, it's like I was watching a 24 on Ali, and you're talking about when it came to 205 Live. It's like, you know, like they're the pre-show that goes on after the show.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What was the question? Oh, Heyman and Bischoff.
Yeah, this is help.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's definitely going to help.
Yeah, it's going to, as long as Vince lets go a little bit and doesn't turn everything down and make it a problem, I think it definitely will help out a lot.
I think when Vince maybe takes over, does his XFL thing, that he's going to step back from the whole wrestling side, is what I was reading. But I don't know how well that's going to do. We saw how well that did years ago.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's probably just trying to get. He's like, the NFL's going down, you know. But I don't know. Whatever for the XFL. I'm sure we'll have to watch those fucking games and stuff and talk about it too.
They think they're gonna cut promos on each other.
I bet they will. I bet we see one fucking elbow drop from the top of the fucking goalpost.
Coming down on that sliding camera. All of a sudden, we're watching NFL Blitz from fucking Nintendo 64.
That was your final freaking thought?
That was my final freaking thought.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but AEW is, I believe October 1st is going to be released of AEW Dynamite. Tuesday Night Dynamite. Yep. And also, coming in October, WWE is going to Fox, SmackDown. Mm-hmm. So a lot of things are happening in the fall. But the biggest thing that's happening in the fall is the release of our videos on YouTube.
Oh, I can't wait.
So make sure you follow us on YouTube at JFW Podcast to catch the videos that we're going to be dropping as far as reenacting old promos and doing reviews and buying action figures and whatever little things that we can see, maybe non-wrestling related, that we may do as well. Food sampling, taste testing shit, because I love doing that. Try and maybe drink some beverages and stuff like that
that'd
too.
Be great.
So make sure you're subscribing to us on YouTube at JW Podcast. And while we're talking about subscribing and everything, if you have a friend out there who's a fan of wrestling and you think you may like our show, and they don't know if they'll be able to find our show, we are on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. The show gets released on YouTube as well, Podbean, and Player FM. All you do is search JFW Podcast. If you go into iTunes, give us a rating and a review. Give us a 5-star rating and give us a review, because that helps us grow and everything. And then follow us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
So, match of the week.
Yep.
I was not able to find the full match. I had to find the highlights, but I know. But you can go to WWE Network and watch the full match.
Faux pas, bro.
Aye, man. They didn't have it on the YouTube.
Faux pas.
Did not have it on the YouTube.
Probably a good fucking match.
Chris Jericho versus CM Punk 2012. Pass.
2012 Jericho?
Yeah.
It's like watching 2012 Hogan.
No, it's not. No, it's not at all.
No. I can't.
It was kind of a toss-up for me because I was going to do the Batista Cena match, the Last Man Standing match, where he duct taped his feet. Only because I thought that was a hilarious ending.
Okay.
And with the Extreme Rules, that's what...
Of all the wrestling companies, of all the matches, you came down to these two.
It's just what popped in my head.
Oh, yeah, that's what popped. Okay, yeah. That's all I got.
Time to ring the bell on this episode.
Come on, man, really? How do you forget that shit?
2 o'clock in the morning.
God. I know, I've been up for 22 hours, man. Holy shit. Okay, as always, I am Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
And thank you for listening to another episode of Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.
Peace.
Bye.